Hey guys, you told me that you wanted a video today, so hopefully this helps you out if you're watching it. We are going to start by just reviewing some of the basics from yesterday. So we talked about those angles when we had parallel lines, and we said that these 1 and 2 would be corresponding. And corresponding angles, remember, are congruent. Okay, we then said that 1 and 3 were vertical angles. And those are congruent. Okay, then we have 2 and 3 are alternate interior, and those are congruent. And then if we put 4 down here, 1 and 4 are alternate exterior, and they are also congruent. Okay, so the one that typically gets left out is what happens if we put angle 5 here. So angle 3 and angle 5 should have a sum of 180. They're consecutive interior angles. So these have a sum of 180. Okay, again, we can look at things that are next to each other as well. So angle 2 and angle 5 would also have a sum of 180. Those are a linear pair. Okay, when those are next to each other and they add up to 180, that's a linear pair. Okay, so remember, straight lines, linear pairs are 180. Consecutive interior angles, those add up to be 180. All of those other angles we have over here, these are the ones that are congruent to each other. So 1 and 4, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 2 and 3. Those are all congruent to each other. Okay. Also remember, when we're talking about angles, that all the angles in a triangle add up to 180. Okay, so all angles add up to 180. Do not forget that. Okay, another thing I want to talk about with triangles is actually the base angles theorem. Now, you don't need to remember the theorem, but you do need to remember what it means. So if I have an isosceles triangle, so two sides are congruent, that means that those corresponding base angles are congruent. Okay, so if I say this one's 57, then this one would also be 57. Okay, think about how you would find out that missing angle up here if you know both of these are 57. Okay, look back to what I just did. Remember that triangles, all their angles add up to 180, so we could actually take that and subtract 57 and subtract 57, and we would get that top angle. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is with circles. So there's two major types of angles when it comes to circles. The first one is our central angle. Okay, so if I have a central angle and I say this is 40 degrees. Okay, so for a central angle, meaning that the center of my circle is the vertex of that angle, central angle, this 40 degrees is the same as the measure of this arc. So if I say find arc AB and I give you this central angle, 40 equals 40. Those are the same. Okay, the other type of angle that we have actually goes all the way across the circle. Okay, typically people get these mixed up. So when it goes all the way across the circle, your angle is actually 1/2 of whatever your arc is. So if I say this arc over here is 50 degrees, then my angle, that tiny angle down here, is only 25 degrees. Okay, so if it goes all the way across, that's 1/2. If it goes just to the center, they're equal. Okay, good luck on your multiple choice, guys, and I will see you on Monday.